What's going on, everyone? ODC here, and I'm back with another action figure review. Today's review, we're going to take a look at the Mythic Legion's Advent of Decay. This is Freyja of Deadhall. She is an awesome looking figure. This is one of the I want to say handful of figures that actually drew me into really getting into this the Wave 2.0 going, making the decision, actually, I should say, as to going all in. She's definitely up there as far as one of my favorites. She comes with fur and cloth goods, which is just... When I saw the prototype pics, it really doesn't do the figure justice. Once you get this figure in hand, it really... I mean, wow. Just everything on her really works. The leather with the cloth goods or the leather feel that she's got with her armor. And then where there is metal armor pieces, I should say, it just flows so well. It looks so good. She is a total badass from head to toe. Even her story is badass. She is just got Valeria feel written all over it. She is a warrior. She is going to go into battle, command her troops, and lead at the front of the helm. That is there. I mean, there's a couple of those characters that are in this wave that really give off that feel, and that is the type of leader that people want at the end of the day. They don't want someone sitting behind ally lines and pointing the finger and saying, "Go do this, go do that, go do this." They want someone like Captain America. Someone that's going to lead their troops while the battle is being ensued. And that is something that everyone can respect. Well, why don't we jump into it? Let's do accessories first. Okay, as far as her accessories go, this is really, as far as her weaponry goes, she does technically come with two different types of cloth goods. She comes with the fur, which is a separate piece. I'm going to show you how to put that on her a little bit later. And then she comes with the cape, which is a separate piece as well. And then she comes with a leather belt. So there are those accessories. Those are technically accessories because they don't come attached with the figure. Also, you can consider an accessory are her shoulder armor. Those come separate as well. And then she comes with 3 back adapters, which every single figure comes with. Her first accessory is the spear, which has been used since Wave 1, so it's nothing that we haven't seen before, but I like the paint apps on this. I like the charcoal gray for the arrow tip, and then I like the gold for the, I guess you could call it the shaft, the pole part, whatever you want to call it. But the spear looks really good. I'm very pleased with the color scheme. So the shield looks really good. Yet again, we've got the charcoal, almost like a charcoal metallic gray for the outer portion, kind of giving off the feel that it's got some metal surrounding the wood. And then on the inside where there is wood, it looks really good. The wood looks really good. And then we got some bronze on the outside, or actually that looks like a dark gold. I don't want to say that's a bronze. It's kind of like a darker gold color. And then with all the studs, those are gold as well. Flipping it around to the back, we kind of have a mirror almost of the front. Not 100% a mirror because there's obviously no large stud in the center here. You've got your handle, pegged portion piece. Next up, we have her other sword. Very nicely done. We've got some gold at the bottom of the sword handle right here with some black paint shading going throughout. And then the upper piece right here, black paint shading with some gold as well. We've got a nice red, deep red color. Looks really good. I'm really pleased, how this turned out. And then we've got some silver for the blade. Okay, and the last piece of the accessories is the battle axe. This is a battle axe that came in the flag pack from Wave 1. It was used sparingly between the other waves. Some figures that come with it. I've seen more of this axe in this wave than I want to say any other wave, to be honest with you, including Wave 1, as far as not coming in a weapons pack and being dished out between some characters, and Freyja here is one of those said characters. Nice metallic gray for the blade, and all of the cool little designs going throughout it. I think it looks very well done. And then we do have a wood colored handle with some black paint shading going throughout the little crevices for the bark and everything on there. Or I shouldn't say bark, I should say wood on there. It looks really good, just very well done. It fits the character perfectly. As far as her cloth goods go, I just kind of wanted to do this just in case anyone else reviewing this doesn't actually show you how to put this stuff on. This way you know how to put it on properly, and you're not like, how the hell did you get that on? The easiest way I found to do this was to obviously remove the head first. And yes, she does really give off a She-Ra feel to her. What you want to do here for her is remove the head first, and then it just makes everything a lot easier when you're trying to get everything in. And then to peg the cape in properly, you want to fold the ends in and then peg them, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do we're going to do that first. We're going to go ahead and peg her in. Okay. And she is pegged. Okay, now you want to take your fur, and it's very simple. All you want to do is kind of want to just feed it into the bottom. And you got to have this pegged on first. The shoulder pads pegged on first. This way, you're using torsion on that, and it just kind of drapes over her shoulder to kind of give the illusion that it's all kind of connected. And you want to do some pulling, some tugging, some pushing at the back. Don't push too much where the pegs come out on the back. You just want to push just enough where it sits like so. But that is the proper way on how to put her. She is not a whore. She is anything but that. This is the proper way to put her armor on. She is a very respectable woman. And then you simply take the head and you do some poppage, and there you go. There is Freyja of Deadhall. Okay, as far as Freyja's articulation does go, her head can swivel. I guess you really could force it if you didn't have the shoulder pads on and all the cloth goods on. You could do a full 360 rotation if you need to, but really, I mean, the range of motion that she gets right here is more than enough even with the shoulder pads on. And the cool thing is that her hair is pretty pliable, seeing as these little pieces right here are a separate piece, which I'll be honest with you, the Four Horsemen did not need to make those separate pieces. They could have made this all one big chunk, but these being separate and a separate sculpt and kind of going off on their own actually helps with articulation and range of motion. So I don't have an issue with that at all. Her head can look up a little bit past neutral. That's about neutral right there. And then she can look down just a little bit. The ears are technically articulated, but they are removable. That's why they move. So just to point that out. The visor does not go down. The helmet is not removable, so I wouldn't even attempt to do that. She has no jive turkeys. There is no gobbles in this video at all. The arms do go up. You'll have to pardon me. My arms are very stiff to the point where they are popping off. Not a big deal. You can just pop hers back on. Come on. There you go. But her arms go up about that far. You can get a little bit more range of motion. Mine are just kind of frozen. So I might have to use a little bit of heat on that. It's not a big deal at all, really. The arms go down. Full 360 rotation if you need to, but here's the range of motion with the shoulder pads on. A single bend at the elbow, and her arm fell off again. That's probably because I didn't have it pegged in properly. I wouldn't worry too much about that falling out. So single bend at the elbow right there. And then we have a swivel at the elbow, a swivel at the gauntlet, a swivel at the wrist. She does have a hinge joint which goes back and forth. Or if you twist, it can go up and down. She does have a diaphragm joint which does pivot side to side. And it can crunch forward and back, and it can swivel. So good range of motion there. She does have a waist swivel also. And she can do the splits, excuse me. About that far. She can go a little bit more too if you force it. Legs go forward. Legs go back. Upper thigh swivel. Beautifully done. I really love their upper thigh swivels with Mythic Legions. I think they have some of the best upper thigh swivels, to be honest with you. Single jointed knee, but it gets about 90 degrees, which is good. And then we do have a knee swivel. A swivel at the ankle. We do have a point of the heel. A point of the toe. And then we do have an ankle pivot. And 2 peg holes at the bottom of her feet. As far as Freyja's sculpt and paintwork go, the head looks really good. I like all of the details going throughout the front of the helmet. That looks really good. I like the painted wings for the side of her helmet as well. Very pleased with how that turned out. And then not only that, but the designs also continue onto the top of the helmet, which is kind of almost like we've got a gold in the front and then we've got a bronze for the back. That looks really good. Very, very pleased with that. Let me just fix her wings here. There we go. The sculpt of this hair is beautiful with the braids, man. I'll tell you what, whether it's Eric Treadway or I just say the Four Horsemen in general, the sculpt of of women's hair is just phenomenal with the braids. They do such a good job over there at the Four Horsemen studios that... man, looks so good. Look at all those beautiful gold clasps holding the braids together. It just looks so good. So well done. Very, very, very pleased with how this head sculpt turned out. And then we have the shoulder armor, which is a silver. And then we have a gold and bronze. We actually have a bronze on the inside of where the design is. And then we have some gold line work going throughout. Same on this side and same on that side of the shoulder armor. And it mirrors the other side. And then we have 2 little gold studs on each side of that. Moving on to the chesticles here. The brassiere. We have some gold designs for the front, and then we have a gold trim on the outside that looks really good. I like the leather for the lower torso piece. That looks really good too. Find myself just really kind of just enjoying looking at this figure and all the nice intricate design and how well the thought out process was for her design in general, with the leather right here, and then the gold studs right there. And then over here for her gauntlet, we've got a nice metallic bronze with some gold studs right there. And then a leather glove. And then the inside of the gauntlet is also like a leathery type paint detail. Looks really good with some gold buckles and then black straps. Over here for the thigh armor and the belt, the original belt, and then the covering right here, there is a red with some black paint shading going throughout to give off that battle-hardened look. And then over here we have a very nice detail. It kind of mirrors what I said about the shoulder pads, where we got this bronze right here for the inner detail, the design, then gold line work with some silver. So well done. As you can see, all the buckles are gold with black. And then moving on to the knee pads or the boots, we've got a nice leathery feel for the boot with some gold or some bronze outlining, and then bronze for the center cap of the kneecap piece, and then gold trim around it, and then silver. Flipping it around to the back here, the back of the legs and the boots and whatnot. Looks really good. We got some little cheekage right there for her tushy. Her tushy wushy. Okay, as far as the Mythic Legions packaging goes for Freyja of Deadhall, this is pretty much it. We've got Mythic Legions logo on the bottom. We've got the Four Horsemen logo up top with some information with mythiclegions.com. Source Horsemen, which is the forum, and then you've got storehorsemen.com. Flipping it around to the back, you've got the nice, beautiful artwork for this wave. I love it. It's actually the inside artwork for the first issue of Mythic Legions on the comic book. On the side here, we've got the Noble Bear Clan logo. And on the other side, we have a picture of her face. And here is her bio. If you want to pause that and read it, you can. Okay, as far as size comparisons go with Freyja of Deadhall, we've got a couple Marvel Legends here. This is Hyperion on the Hyperion body mold on the left, and then you've got Multiple Men on the Bucky Cat body mold. Okay, next up we've got a WWE Elite action figure in Shawn Michaels on the left, and then we've got a DC Universe Classics Hawkman on the right. And lastly, we've got a Motu Classics in Vicor on the left. And then we've got Sir Gideon Heavensbrand from the Mythic Legions action figure line. Okay, so my final thoughts on Freyja of Deadhall. This is a highly recommend. Definitely, if you want to get any figures in this wave, I think this is a top tier selection right here. I'm definitely going to have to give her my full seal of approval, my 2 thumbs up right there. If I had one more thumb, I'd put a third one in there. This is one of those figures where I feel like you need to get her. You definitely got her on the need list instead of the, maybe I want her, you know? But she's definitely really cool. I love the sculpt on her. No quality control issues. No paint flaking. No loose joints. Don't have any issues with her. She comes with all of the weapons that are necessary for her. I love the sculpt and the paint on the shield, the spear, the axe, and the sword. Look great. I love the faux fur that she comes with the cape. And man, did they really do this figure some justice. This is one of the best figures in this line. I feel like she's got so much going on, and everything just works perfectly with her. The paint apps are perfect. Just the flow of the paint apps with the sculpt, the face sculpt looks so good. The eyes are perfect. You know, I don't have any issues with this figure at all, because I don't find myself saying that with a whole lot of figures that are released. She's one of those special figures, I think. And, you know, I can't stop, I guess, talking this figure up. But she's really well done. Everything works. If there was one thing that I could improve on this, I think it might be maybe she comes with some of the newer sculpted weapons. But even still, I don't mind. Maybe one signature weapon would have been nice. Maybe she got her own signature spear, but that's really just a nitpick. That's some little thing that I would have improved upon. The only other nitpick that I do have is that her faux fur does tend to leave reminiscences everywhere. If you touch her a lot, the oils from your skin will grab onto the faux fur and kind of pull it off. So I could see over time maybe the faux fur getting on your nerves a little bit. And like I said, it does leave remnants all over the place as I'm wiping some off my review table right now. It's not the end of the world, but it is something to point out. But other than that, go get her while you have the chance, because once she's gone, she's going to be gone unless they do a re-release wave, which is few and far between. But anyway, I digress. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you like Freyja? Do you not? Hit that like button if you like the content and you want some more. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and until you see 2 little parentheses hanging over the bell. And thank you so much for the continued support. This is a lovely figure, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.